Malaysia. Nama saya Pandak bin Haji Ahmad, Pengurusi Komuniti Policing IPD Nusa Jaya. Yang dihormati Datuk dan ahli panel, tuan-tuan perempuan yang saya hormati sekalian. Kami kerap, khususnya dalam Parlimen Perabatan IPD Nusa Jaya, untuk dipanggil untuk berceramah ataupun berjumpa dengan yang terkuasa penduduk, Datuk. Satu yang saya nak usulkan pada boleh katakan petang ni, apabila ditanya community policing, singkatan CP, oleh pihak penduduk dan pihak sekolah, khasnya student-student, mereka identiti logo CP tu, kalau di Selangor saya tengok lain, di Pening lain, di Johor lain. Kalau boleh kita nak selaraskan supaya tak ada penyalahgunaan. Maksudnya orang awam ni, Datuk, bila dapat stiker polis ni amat bangga je. Apatah lagi stiker kat kereta tu, konon-kononnya bolehlah kurang sedikit dia punya peluang dia. Jadi boleh tak bagi pihak pengurusan PDRM dapatkan satu logo community policing ni supaya kami standard seluruh negara. Taklah pergi IPD Nusa Jaya lain, Subang lain dan sebagainya. Segi memudahkan. Ini pertanyaan yang selalu dikemukakan bagi kami lah. Kami pergi buat aktiviti di tingkat masyarakat, di PBT dan sebagainya, maupun di tingkat sekolah ataupun di tingkat universiti. Itu je, Datuk. Terima kasih.
Kita ni negara demokrasi, bebas. So, selagi tidak ada undang-undang yang nak menentukan mesti begini, dan kita bebas. Jadi kita ada Registrar of Society, ya, di Pertubuhan Pendaftar Pertubuhan. Tiada halangan kalau nak mempelbagaikan. Yang sebenarnya itu satu kreativiti dan inovatif. Bagus. Tetapi oleh kerana Cik Pandak tadi nakkan satu, boleh dikaji dan mungkin akan dipertimbangkan di pihak Bukit Aman. Mungkin kita akan bangkitkan supaya dia dapat selaraskan. Saya juga lihat di dalam Selangor ni ada yang CP, Community Policing, menggunakan 3 bintang, lebih pada saya lagi. Saya dapat 2 je sampai pencen. Dia dapat 3 bintang. Dan 3 bintang dia di bawah sini macam general. Jadi itu kreativiti, minat dia. Kalau kita semua kata tak boleh, nanti kill je, dia punya minat. Anyway, bagus cadangan tu supaya kita selaraskan. It comes under one gunner. Tetapi probably di Registrar of Society juga kena melihat, because ada yang telah diluluskan, ya, yang telah diluluskan pelbagai lah nama-nama dia. Okay. I want to add one more. Dalam United Against Crime, RAs, tuan-tuan, adalah neighborhood leaders. You are actually neighborhood leaders. You portray lebih daripada orang lain. You ambil berat. You see, you care for the society. You care for your community. That's why you come here. That's why you organize. You adakan masyarakat berkumpul, bekerjasama untuk membantu polis. I salute you for that. Tetapi go beyond lagi. Go beyond. Didik, asuh masyarakat supaya, macam saya sebut tadi, community solidarity. Solidifies the community. Bersatu. Tidak ramai. Now, datuk-datuk, tuan-tuan berada di residential masing-masing. Now, kalau tuan-tuan dan perempuan, datuk-datuk bersatu, you will share resources. You will share resources. Rumah saya ada 5 CCTV. Rumah Cik Nishan ada 7 CCTV. Rumah you ada 6, 7, 8, 3. Why don't we share the resources? We share the CCTV. My house, CCTV saya menghadap ke bahagian belakang, koridor. Your side dekat bahagian depan, tepi, corner, jalan. That means to say, your sharing of resources solidifies that area. It became satu komuniti punya kawasan yang lengkap dengan CCTV. CCTV, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, adalah satu alat yang boleh deter. Pasal apa? Dia create fear of apprehension. Identiti berjenayah, pakaian, kenderaan, motosikal, topi kereta, pelbagai. So why don't, as resident association head, you buatkan community solidarity dan share your resources. If you do that, I believe your area will be one of the safest in the town. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato'.
I'm chairman to Bandar Puteri 11, and I have to say before I put forward the questions, Dato' has been doing a lot to bring the awareness and to help us to fight crime. However, I have one question to put forward is regarding the police in white. Are they supposed to ambush in terms of traffic, where they are not enforcing the law, but is to trap the drivers? So, as far as I know, before it has been said, the police in white are not supposed to do any ambushing, but they still did it, and I have encountered 3 times myself. And this gives a bad image, especially the police in blues have been doing a great job. And as Dato' did say, being in the RA, we are also we are part of the group to educate people to help police in fighting crime. But with the police in white ambushing drivers on the road, I think that gives a very different concept and image to the police. And it's very difficult for us to educate, because the first thing they will say, look, the police in white, they only ambush and trap us. So is it the right way, Dato'? I'm sorry, Dato'. I think I have to bring this forward, hoping that this particular aspect will be looked into, and that would help the rakyat to work close hand in hand with the police and to bear a greater respect to the men in blues. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alice. I believe she knows the answer. Yeah? Memang tidak boleh. No police in enforcing the law, especially on the roads. Police in white means traffic policemen. No way. Di pucuk pimpinan pasukan polis telah menyatakan dengan terang dan jelas, no ambush. No ambush di belakang bushes, di belakang pokok, melompat tiba-tiba. No. Enforcement must be transparent. Tahan kereta, jelaskan kesalahan, isu saman. No negotiation. Enforcement must be open, bukan di tempat gelap-gelap. The moment you see this kind of activity, it is also suspicious activity. Tolong sampaikan kepada nombor-nombor yang tertentu, hotline, nombor-nombor yang contact person yang kita kenal, OCPD dan sebagainya, dan sampaikan maklumat ini. If possible, try to get the red car registration number ataupun police car registration number ataupun nombor cycle number. Right? Come up forward supaya kita sama-sama membetulkan. Some of the officers and men ada yang deviant, macam anak-anak kita. Bukan semua anak kita ni suruh saja. Sama anak kita ni adanya kedegilan. Dia tahu tak boleh, dia buat juga. So, I request your assistance. Help us to help our men so that we can do better policing. We always do policing by consent. Policing by consent means what you consented. Supaya kita menahan orang, you consented. Supaya kita menyaman orang, you consented. Tetapi policing by consent tidak bermaksud we abuse our power. So we shouldn't abuse our power. So kalau ada di kalangan saya punya pegawai, anggota yang abuse their powers, melompat daripada tepi dinding, belakang pokok, checking dekat belakang-belakang tempat-tempat kawasan gelap dan sebagainya, mencurigakan, suspicious, please inform us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato'. Maybe Nishan, we can wrap it up a bit before we end our session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before I wrap up, just to touch on Mr. Teh's comment about not obtaining feedback. Tuan, sebenarnya we have realized this, and we also understand that with the number of investigation papers that the IO has to deal to, we have established a mechanism to ensure that this issue would not be continuous. Hence, we are introducing System Semakan Online. It has already been a pilot project by PDRM, but we hope to institutionalize this nationwide by Q1 next year, which means with your maybe police report number and IC as a password or vice versa, you can actually log on to the internet and obtain what is the status of your report. So this is already a process that the IO does. He keys into a system called the police reporting system so that his superiors are updated over the investigation process of the case. So now a certain portion of that particular extract will be given access to yourself or any complainant based on your username password. Hence, we hope that after this, there should not be any more complaints saying that they have no update from the IO because it is already automated in the system. Now, just to wrap up for the day, it is great to see a lot of RAs being here. Just to recap that when the government transformation program started, the idea was to increase the capacity, which means we increase the police presence on the streets. We brought in back office personnel to the street. We ensured there were more enforcement officers on the street, collaboration with police, PVR, RELA, JPAP, and etc. And the whole idea was that through this concept of omnipresence, it would help deter crime. Now moving on from there, we increase the capability. Now capacity. Now we would like to increase the capability, and that's where today you would witness initiatives such as this 1,000 motorbikes for the dedicated housebreaking team, unit rondaan bermotosikal. They are now equipped with better equipments, high power bikes, and this increase in capability will, we hope that it would actually now contribute to also reducing the crime. Now it comes to the third aspect, which is why we are here, United Against Crime, in which now the empowerment process has begun. Now under the empowerment process, every registered RA with the Registrar of Society would be awarded grants, and you could use these grants to actually improve the security features of your respective RA. Now each registered RA is entitled based on the criteria and requirement. Today we have ROS representatives amongst us, and you can also obtain further information from the KDN booth, which is behind. We hope that after increasing the capability, the capacity, and empowering, United Against Crime would be not just talk, but action. Thank you for being here. I plead to you for support. unite and stand with us against crime. Thank you.